This is my wife, Stacy. Stacy, tell me, share some things with me about that you remember about your dad. Maybe some funny things, or about your mother. Share some things with me.
I can remember Mom and Dad. They were always very hard workers. Dad worked as the janitor at the theater and worked in the hayfields after that work was done. In cornfields, big cornfields. And I remember Mom, she was there to help him. And then when I was in high school, she went to work. And she'd work at the factory, and then she would come home and still work in the hayfields. And they always took very good care of us kids, supplied all of our needs, and gave us a lot of love. At that time, we probably didn't appreciate it like we should have, like kids today. But after we get older, after we got older and had families of our own, then we really realized how our parents sacrificed for us.
Did your mother and dad play music? Do you remember anything about that?
Yes, I remember Dad playing the fiddle, the guitar, the banjo, the mandolin, and I can vaguely remember when we lived up on the hill on the Leaf Glass Road, which it wasn't called that at that time. I remember sitting on the side of a bench beside Mom, and she played the piano some. I never did get that musical talent, but my sisters did.
Okay. Your home once burnt down. You want to share something about that?
Yeah, our house burned. I can remember that it burnt in the middle of the night, and I was only maybe first grade of school, somewhere in there. I remember it was burning, and I can remember Dad went out the window first. Mom woke up in the night and smelled smoke, and Dad went out the window, and Mom passed each of us kids out the window to Dad because it was sort of off the ground. And I know it was Mom was the last one to get out, and I don't think she just about didn't make it, did she?
What about the little tricks you used to tell about Clyde and him tricking you?
Oh, Clyde. I was little, and he's about 3 years older than me, and we had step downs from one room to another, little steps, and he would get me chasing him through the house, and he would set a little mouse trap just right where my foot was laying down under that step. And he would set that trap for me, and one time I did go through there, and that trap went off on my foot. But we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to share? I noticed your dad had awful good memory.
Yeah, Dad had a good memory, and Mom was a very good cook.
What was one of his sayings when you called him on him? What's the first thing he usually said?
What's the news?
What's the news? Anything else you want to share?
I loved my Mom and Dad very much, and I think about them often.